All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Crafts with John here from Pro Crafts. We got hopefully a fun day for you today. Actually, it's gonna be kind of a fun week if I think about it. I've got, lots going on here. We rescued a dog over the weekend. So actually yesterday we got a dog. So if he comes in here and interrupts the show, I apologize. But yeah, he's a cutie. He's like a 7-month-old. He's kind of a little train wreck. He had a broken front leg, I guess, in one of the shelters he was in, and it healed weird. So he's got this kind of jacked up foot, and he's got this like ligament thing in the back leg. So he kind of a little bit lame on one leg, but he's such a cool looking and just a cool little dog, like very chill, but puppy. So he's biting everything, and he's like, you know how like puppies are, right? So we're trying to work the puppy right now. So, I could take it to $13 across. I sure can take it to $13. Yeah. Anyway, here we go. Let's get into it here. I got a couple of announcements, some basic stuff to kind of get through here to start the show, and then we'll get to the table. I want to play the 130 with you. We're going to play the 130 every day this week, different ways, against the same set of rolls. So it should be, I hope, a lot of fun for us. So first things first. I want to remind you, if you're going, I'll stop announcing this every single day, but I want to get through it here. Chiro's Celebration of Life, the memorial service will be in not Kansas City, but it's in their hometown. It's near Kansas City. It's about an hour and a half away from Kansas City. Jen and I and a few others are going to stay at the Harrah's in KC because we can fly in, get to the casino really quick, and just stay there. And it's about an hour or so drive into where the service will be. And so a couple things there. If you're gonna go, I put a note in Discord. Just let me know if you're gonna go. Just hit the thumbs up thing on the announcements so I get a count. Crystal was kind of curious how many people may be coming, just to get her kind of a head count. And also, if you're gonna do what I'm doing, which is staying at the KC Harrah's, let me know. Now that I'm a host, I can help get you rooms and food and that kind of thing. So if you're gonna stay there, let me know if you have a Caesar's card or whatever. I can get you hooked up. So contact me directly over Discord, DM. I'm just at John Kokas, and I'll hook you up there as well. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, it might be kind of fun to kind of play a little bit on Friday night, do his memorial on Saturday, and then everybody kind of scatter home on Sunday. Should be cool. If you're going to do a video, now's the time. I've said it a few times. If you want to do a video, I know DGen's got one that he kind of did the poem that he wrote. I think you said you wanted to refilm that, right, Chris? If you're going to refilm it and get it to me. I got Greg from 555 sang a song. I got Frank, who's NJ Polka guy. Frank did a amazing, it's not a trumpet. The instrument he uses is not a trumpet. I forget what it's called now, but he did taps of fantastic, like a real tearjerker. I'll do something small, of course, and Slambright wants to film something. So any of you guys who want to film something, just let me know. If you're not worried, my camera sucks. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm gonna dump this camera, Jen. Hold on. I'm sorry. I turned a setting off to try and keep it. There we go. I'll de-interlace it and put it to that. That may work. We'll see. I was trying to get it to where it stops doing this kind of zoom in and zoom out thing. I'm gonna probably get rid of this camera. This thing is, it autofocuses too much. I'm gonna try something different. Anyway, what else? The video. So if you're going to do a video, let me know. If you need help filming it, I can bring you into my show here. I'll put a thing around you, and just use your phone and talk into your phone, and it'll film through my thing. And I can take that video and send it up to Crystal, and we'll do like a nice little like a montage kind of thing. Okay. Also, I'm going to be talking to Crystal probably today, I think, about doing the scholarship fund. We've talked about this now. To get the scholarship fund to be a real thing, she's got to be the owner of it, right? So I talked to my financial guy. We're going to set up, there's a service that does this basically. So they make what's called a 529 account. 529, if you don't know, a 529 is a specialized savings account for kids under 18 that the money is directed to college. It has to be used for education unless they don't go. And when they're 18 years old, if they don't go to college, they can withdraw the money. But we do a scholarship fund there. That way the money is earmarked for Layla from us, and we can hook up his channel to auto deposit money from his channel into it. So we're gonna get that set up. Crystal needs to be the signer on it. Goes in Layla's name, so we'll get that set up with her, and then we'll have like an online place to go. We can always go there and just drop whatever you want to into it. I think what we'll do is we'll have some kind of a mini telethon. We'll do like a big crap tonight or something, like a big LFC kind of thing. And we'll do we'll just take donations all night long and try and fill it up. Try and fill that thing up before the service. I love to be able to say at the service, we've got this account started and we put money into it. It'd be super cool. So there's that. So we'll get that going this week, and then we can start. Maybe we'll do something next week for that. So hopefully I'll see y'all there, or some of you there anyways. And if you need accommodations, privately let me know, and I will hook you up. Okay. Next up, on the same vein, if you're gonna go, or if not, get a Let's Yo shirt. I'll wear mine this week. They're really cool. They're super high quality. And again, there's no money here that's being raised for them. I designed a shirt. Actually, Lou designed the logo. Louis from chat. I put it on a shirt that's purple, like his same color purple that he uses on his shows, and it just looks cool. So if you want to get one, get one. There's no donation here. It's just a cool shirt. So if you want to do that, Louis, that design is freaking awesome. All right, let's see. What else do we have? We have this, the daily paycheck recap. And I owe you a day. There's a day that I couldn't do it last week. So I'm 13-1. I should be 14-1 or 13-2. We didn't get our 15th show in last week. So I owe you one. I don't know. I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it tonight or I'll do two or something. We'll see. I owe you a show because I forget why I couldn't do it last week. There was something going on and I couldn't do a show. Anyway, we're doing good. And the way I'm reporting this now is this: the 678 is 13-1. It's up about $1,800 so far, which is fantastic. Overall, we're 31-5. So between the two strategies, starting at 10K, we're up $3,168 so far. So we've earned about 3K. And we did go down quite a bit in a couple of shows there. So we're doing good. We had another good day the last time. We're getting good rolls, and we're profiting early, it seems like, on some of these rolls, which is good. I think going with the smaller don't and the bigger odds is helping us out. I think playing aggressively at top is helping us out. This week, I promised you when I played it this week, I'm going to do the quarter pounder. So I like that strategy a lot. I'm going to go from the don't with the quarter pounder out there, and we're going to take 2 or 3 hits. 3 hits gets us $75, which lets us go at least 76 inside or 76 across, which is a good starting point to go right side with. So we'll do the ease, and we'll get ourselves set up with an across bet and play it that way. So that's going to be we're going to make that one change this week. It's been requested quite a bit. I think it's a good way to play the 6, 7, 8. As long as the dont's big enough to handle it, we'll be all right there. Okay, so that's that plan. And let's see what else we have on tap today. Oh, this is all wrong. Ignore this whole sheet. I forgot to update today's stuff. Actually, no, let's do this. I suck really bad. Give me a second here to go to Edge. I set up the show last night and I forgot to put today's stuff on there. Let me go here with you. Let's see. Jeez, I'm so sorry that I messed this up, everybody. I'm going to bring this over. This is my browser. Let's go to casinogaming.tv. And here's what's happening. We are happening again after this. And looks like we have Alfredo's doing Texas Crap Shooters live. Is that going to be an LFC or I think it's just him going live? And then we have Yahtzee tonight with AZ and Monday Night Live craps at, this looks like 7:30. These times are all Pacific, 7:30 Pacific. That's what we have on tap today. I did not update the actual text schedule, but here's the live TV schedule for you. I'm going to be adding Jacob from Wager Me This and Hawaii Crap Shooters in here soon. So this list will become a little bit bigger and scrollier. Should be cool. So there's that. That's what's happening in your world today. Oh, you know what? I'm not even seeing it. What a dumbass. Here. Boom. There it is. Sorry. See? Monday. Didn't show you the thing. Here it is. This is the thing. We are live now. We are live at 10 or 9 rather. Alfredo goes live at 3 o'clock. And then, of course, AZ goes live at 7 and 7:30. Yahtzee Challenge, and then his going Monday Night Live. There's your what's on tap. I'm sorry, I'll get the word version of it fixed for tomorrow. That's just me being dumb and lazy, and I'm sorry about that. So here we go. What's next? Couple of things, man. We gotta go through a couple of things here before I jump into the fun stuff. The DI show I did last week, I thought was pretty good. I thought we did a nice job with it. not teaching you like how to throw. I taught you how I practice. Like I showed you some of the apparatus that I use and the mental games that I play with myself to practice. I think the mental game is interesting with all this stuff, right? I think with any endeavor, whether it's darts, as Victor suggested, whether it's bowling or golf or baseball, whatever your sport, dice throwing, I think getting in the right frame of mind to do it is important. I think that practicing with purpose is important. I think that the way I taught you, the backward shaping thing is important. As I'm doing that show, of course, I can't see any chats, right? I'm just talking, right? As best I can do. There were some comments made on the video and some chats made that were so super negative. It's crazy. I don't for the life of me understand why people get so mad. And I mean, honestly, people get really upset when we talk about dice throwing. Like it's like we're hurting somebody. I just don't get it. I say, why so negative, Nelly? Because if you don't believe in it, cool, don't believe in it. I don't care. Whatever. If you think everybody who throws the dice is nuts and it's all random anyway, fine. Bet the don't or treat it like whatever. I don't care. But what I don't like is the super negative, like, you know, the name call. Not even name calling is the wrong word for it, but just like the denigration that goes on with some of these things. It's crazy. Like if people want to throw the dice and try and get better, let them. Like, I don't know why it's got to be, you know, you're an idiot for thinking this. It drives me nuts. Anyway, every time that subject comes up, it's like you got to brace yourself for the idiocy. And there's idiocy on both sides of this thing, obviously. But let's quit the lunacy. Anyway, $5 bill. If you saw it last night with Ed, great show, another great show. Ed, I love the fact that Ed's doing these things. Ed's doing these. Bringing these guys out, and it's good. People you've never heard of. And somebody asked me, where do these nicknames come from? It's not like they're like nicknames from the tables all the time, right? A lot of this stems from Heavy's forum. So if you're not part of the Access Powercrafts group, go to accesspowercrafts.com and get signed up for Heavy's forum. These are all guys that posted in the forums. And again, there was not really YouTube. There was, but nobody used YouTube like we do now back in the day, like in the 90s and the early 2000s. Discussion forums were the big thing. Like I ran a couple of big discussion forums for coding stuff. They're big deals, right? And this is where the guys got their nicknames from, you know, and they were integrating all the time in the forums. They would go out and play like we do and meet up live. It's super cool stuff, right? So $5 bill, what a great story. I mean, first of all, I love how he got his name, right? If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it and you'll see how he got his name. It should sound familiar. What he was doing should sound very familiar to you. The way he got his name, I think, is great. Guys that taught me how to play back in the early 90s, when I turned 21 in 91. So I played a little bit before that, of course, like we all did. But really, the guys that I played with on tables back then, like Bill, taught me stuff, right? Taught me the same things the same lessons he learned from the guys he learned from. I learned the same lessons because the guys that made money back then, right? Still, they played the don't. They played it simple. They kept it easy. They disciplined their money. It's really good. I mean, he got better, you know, over the years with taking seminars and getting close to Heavy and stuff. But by and large, it's all about discipline. The guy still buys in for $300 and makes his money. I think it's a beautiful thing. What a great thing. Now, he did share at the end his story. And Ed got really kind of pissed off, and he should have. And I think we all should. If you haven't seen it yet, watch him tell his own. I won't tell his story for him, but he's got kind of a VA nightmare story that he'll share with you at the end. Again, watch it. You'll see what I'm talking about. And Ed got ticked, and I think we all get kind of ticked. And I got to commend Ed for bringing that up and allowing Bill to tell his story. And I got to commend everybody in chat was like, my God, we got to do something. Jen wants to help out. I've got somebody that I used to work with who was our VA liaison that I thought I hooked him up, but I guess I didn't get him hooked up right. Veterans, people who choose to join the military and go fight, I don't know how they don't have full pensions, especially when they get hurt. Like if you're giving it up, to me that should be a thing. So Bill is an example of that. Probably the most shining example I've heard in a while of someone who's gone military and gotten, you know, injured and gotten a raw deal by the VA. So we need to figure that out. So I think whatever. I'm not going to go on a big rant about the VA. The VA is a great organization, but it's got problems at the same time. It was set up for the right intentions, but it's the execution there is not good. So we need to figure something out for Bill specifically, maybe, but also I think in general. That's why when I do Craps for the Cure this year, we're going to be augmenting what the vets who come back from conflict don't necessarily have a lot of, which is a lot of support. So we're supporting an organization that really supports them well, which is Veterans Moving Forward. That's the reason why I chose them. I'm a big supporter of the military. A lot of my students, as you know, are military guys. I have so much respect for people in the military. It's an honor this year to be able to support them with our Craps for the Cure. So that's a reason why I think Bill's story speaks to that even more than I ever could. So watch the show and let's I don't know what we can do. I mean, I wish I could wave a magic wand and fix the VA, but I can't. The VA just needs fixing. So there it is. Craps is on the loose, but I got to tell y'all guys, I know there's been some negative. He is a Darksider. Fight, dude, like table minimum. Like he is my mouse is busted. $5 bill is a table minimum dark side bet. Done, man. That's his thing. And there's so many guys I've watched play over the years just sit in the hook, bet their don't, make their money. It's fantastic. Anyway, Crapsy's doing better. I know we had a couple of weeks of problems. I was on Chuck's shit. You guys know this. I was really negative for a few weeks there. Matter of fact, I stopped Crapsy on my shows because it just wasn't working for me. It wasn't working for my rhythm on that show. That's why I really stopped it. But man, the problems that it had were just way, way, way too much. So Chuck and team have been working on a lot of things. They've got some of the live play stuff figured out. They've got some of the leaderboard stuff figured out. There's a couple of things that are still buggy with it. You have to press the button when you place your bets. It's the order of operations. So basically before, without getting too technical, it was when everybody pushed their bets in and the administrator pressed the stop button, that's when all the stuff happened. Now you all are doing your own bets one by one. It's a little different now. So you have to press the buttons to make it work. They're working hard on V2. I'm going to go ahead and restart doing Crapsy again very soon. And I'll show you how I'm going to do it in a minute. One of the things we're going to start doing here on this channel, we keep talking about ideas and how we're going to change the channel up. Because I think the 2 shows a day that I do are fine. I have fun with them. But I have some ideas here. And I want to just give them to you here and just in chat. Let me know what you think. Oh, hey, Charlie's here. What's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you, bud. Here's what I want. I want to get back to the United States of Craps. I did one with 1 week of Missouri, timely with Skill and Chiro, and we haven't gotten back to it, mainly because of me. I haven't had time to sync with people to get state-driven strategies and stories up. It's a lot of time, and my work, as you know, had a problem. So we'll get back to that. I want to get back because that was a fun series, and I think it's a good way for us to get to know each other a little bit. So I want to do that, not so much for the Craps part, but for just us part. Let's do it. Bankroll builders, everybody's doing them now. I've got my 10,000 to 100,000 series that I'm working on. We're getting there. Since I've started that, Jacob's doing his 1,000 to 10,000 series. He started it and sputtered. Now he's doing it again. Alfredo started one. I think yesterday you're going from, again, 1,000 to 10,000, which I think is great. I think it's good that we're all doing it because it lends some reality to the fact of this is hard to do, right? It's not always going to be, I threw great and I made money. It's not that. I think, though, what I want to do is find a way to integrate it. And maybe we can all keep doing our own shows, obviously, but I think it'd be really cool to have it be like whoever's doing it, me, Alfredo, and Jacob at the same time somehow. Like maybe it's Alfredo's night to roll or it's Jacob's night to roll. Or we take turns with almost like LFC style where like you zoom in on the roller, but then we zoom out and watch all of our bets go and watch how all of us bet against the same rolls. And maybe over the same series of rolls, 3 or 4 of us are building a bankroll at the same time with legit live rolls. Be kind of an interesting way to look at it. You know what I mean? Less teaching. I know Alfredo and I and Jacob all like to teach as we're doing our rolls. This could just be a watch us bet kind of a thing. I don't know. I'm thinking about how a cool way to make that fun and interesting. And of course, Charlie, shit, if you want to jump into that, man, get on in, baby. That'd be so much fun. But I think that's kind of a cool thing to do, like a Bankroll Builders Together series. I don't know how it works. Maybe it's I don't know. We got to figure it out. I think it'd be kind of a neat thing to pull off, though. Something that's, again, never been done. Also, I'm going to go to Crapsy myself. I'm going to start a new Crapsy show. I don't know when it's going to be. It might be late night. I don't know. But I'll tell you this. I'm not going to do Crapsy like everybody else. I'm not just going to go flick the camera on, start rolling, start betting, and say free for all. I just don't want to. To me, there's enough of that. I would like to do targeted Crapsies. I would like to do Crapsy short stack night, and everybody gets $150, $25 table, and that's it. Like, I want to do stuff like that where I'm targeting you towards play styles, or only bubble craps one night, or like I tried to do before but nobody ever listened, which is, let's get a Crapsy going, and I'm going to do the Iron Cross. Let's just say it's Iron Cross week on the Crapsy show. We all have to play the Iron Cross. Everybody has to play the Iron Cross with your tweaks to it, and against the same rolls, we can compare what worked. And that's, I want to use Crapsy as, on my shows, as kind of a let's work together tool. Let's find the best ways to do things. Let's compare apples to apples, or apples to pears at least, and not just rail dump and see who makes the most money. That's kind of boring. So I would like to find a way to make, you know me, I can't stop teaching. I'm a freaking nerd. And I want to make Crapsy for us a way to kind of, I don't know, just work together to do something cool, and then kind of compare notes afterwards. I tried to do that on the bankroll builder the first time, and we lost control of it. There was no way to do it. Nobody wanted to do it. If I'm doing this with Crapsy, I would like to do it targeted. I would like to have us do something a little different than everybody else does. And that's what I would hope we could do. So if we do it, that's how it's going to be. And it'll probably be at night, like later at night. It might, because I can't just go 3 hours during the day. I got Jeff going live. I got Alfredo going live, and whatever. I may do it at night. Jen says I can dual stream on YouTube. Yeah, dual stream is fine. I can stream to 10 channels if I want to. It's less about where the stream goes. It's about getting the tables in. You know what I'm saying, Jen? It's we can stream out. The problem when you stream out to multiple channels is that nobody gets any traffic. You end up diluting the audience too much, and all the channels suffer for that. We've tried it a few times. The better way is to find a way to get Alfredo and me and Jacob and Jeff and whoever wants to do it all in at once, LFC style, on one channel. Zoom the table that's shooting, and then zoom out and look at all the bets. How did we bet that hand? What did we all do as the roll? It could take forever. If it's not exciting, we need somebody to kind of help guide and produce it. But I think, okay, there was a 4-3-7 or a 4-2-6. What'd y'all do? Blah, 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 blah. We can see what the bets were. Maybe it's all Crapsy-based bets. Come back out again and do it like that. That might be the way to do it. I think it's gonna be kind of fun to do a side-by-side compare of how different guys got to goal. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking of. All right, here we go. Let's see, what is next? What is next? What is next? I think what is next is this. I want to talk about this. AZ put a video out with a 51 roller, and everybody was like, oh my God, I couldn't, one guy wrote me, I was there, I could have made 10K on this roll. This was a $10,000 roll, and I made 800 bucks. Let's talk about that. A couple things to keep in mind. A 51 roller can make you $10,000 if you're betting it like a maniac. True. A 51 roller can make you $5,000 or $2,000 if you're betting it like a normal person. A 51 roller can make you 200 bucks if you started the 51 roller already down $1,000. Okay? When you start down $1,000 and it turns into a hot ass roll, your whole mindset is, let me get my $1,000 back. And you're betting, you're regressing, you're pulling money down, you're not being aggressive as you could be to get your money back. And by the time you get your money back, you roll 37 in, and it's too late to make any real money. Don't beat yourself up if you're on a 50-something roller and you don't make any money, because you might have been down and you might have had to fight back on it. Now, let's look at this roll for what it is. I'll show you the actual rolls here in a minute. Here's the summary of it, though. There were 6 come out winners. It wasn't a whole lot. There were 2 come out losers. There was 6 7s and 11s. There was 2 craps numbers. There was a 5-point fire bet here. They hit the 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. I think there were 6 points total, but there was five unique points, which is pretty awesome. Never hit the ATS. There were 33 score hits, 33 box hits during the roll. So 33 times, I'm including the point being hit, not the point being set. So you don't get paid when the point gets set if you're not working. So we're going to assume we're not working. 33 times you got paid, which is pretty good. There were only 3 hard ways, which was interesting. One of them was on a come out, so nobody got paid on that one, I'm sure. Most people were not working the come out in the hard way. So you got 2 hard ways you got paid on. There were 21 field numbers in that mix. There were the fields. There was 1 run of 4 numbers. There were 2 runs of 3 numbers, and 4 times we had back-to-back fields. The rest of it was kind of scattered around. So there wasn't a whole lot of like field parlay action happening. And there's your totals. The 9 had the best juice. 8 9s were rolled. Everything else was 4, 5, or 6. The 10 only had three times. There's nothing here on this 51 roller that screams to me, oh my God, table max. Maybe the 9 gets close to it. Maybe the 9. The rest of those numbers aren't getting close to max. This is not a huge moneymaker of a roll. It's good. It's a great roll. Don't get me wrong. I've had 30 rollers that are better than this because I've rolled 11 8s and 7 6s in the same roll, right? On a 30 roll. Every roll it's the collection of numbers, right? So a 51 roller sometimes is not as good as a 30 something roller, depending on the stack of the numbers that are in there, right? So here's the summary of it. Let me show you the rolls. Let me show you how it worked out here. I'm going to put this on my table. And I think something to be cognizant of, and let me do this here. Let me do, I want to draw my screen here. So give me a second to start my drawing app. One thing you've got to be aware of, and I think for me especially, is this. Let's do tab here. I think that'll let me draw. Yep. Oop. Let's do not that. Let's do the brush. Come on. There we go. This right here. Geez, what am I doing? Not that. I want the brush tool. Where's my brush tool? Where is my brush tool? Please, 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 please. Command B. What the hell? I don't know why it's not letting me do this. Hang on. Hang on. It's important that I be able to circle the stuff that we need to see here. There's that. Oh, it's Command 1 now. Okay, it changed the thing. Here we go. This is important right here. So whenever you're on some massive roll, look at that big arrow in the middle. Can I get rid of the big arrow? Delete everything? Jeez, my screen's a mess. Here we go. This is the most important thing, the first roll. Every 51 roller, every 35 roller starts with roll 1, with the first point being set, okay? And I want to look at, we're on the table, we want to take a look at where do we end up on the first roll. And this is super important. You're going to watch me play the 130 up and down today, which is my favorite way one of my favorite ways of playing the 130. It's, I think, the safest way of playing the 130. Look at this here. Score hit on a 6, 4, 4, back to back, which is awesome. A field number, which I'm not going to get paid on, and the 8. I circled the 6 and the 8 because those are the 2 numbers that I'm going to get paid on, that are going to matter to me. It's going to take me the entire first roll to get even in this hand. Okay? I'm going to play it the way I would play it in the casino. I'm going to take the entire first roll to get even in the hand. Most players, most shooters, that 8 winner is a 7. In most, this is how many times do you see the hand where you set up yourself 110 inside, you catch a 6, you get a 4, second 4, a field number, and the son of a bitch drops a 7 on you. And you never get your bets back. Okay? You got to focus whatever you're doing right. If you're going to play right side, that first shooter, we got to find a way to make money in the first shooter. When I was talking about the unicorn strategy way back, it's all about that first set of numbers. That first sequence of numbers has got to be your moneymaker. Or at least got to be your get yourself even, Steven. Okay, now, assuming you get there, and of course we know ahead of time this shooter is going to get us even in our hand, the way I'm going to play this thing today. Now, you make money here, here, here. You got to play these things. Like, how are we going to play it now? What does a 130 across look like for me? Today's 130 is going to be a simple one. Let me show you the strategy now. And again, I'll leave these numbers back up when I go to shoot it out, but let me show you how we're going to play it. I'm going to go 110 inside and a $10 4 and 10. This is 130. It's 110, 120, 130. Inside, first hit, full inside press. The second hit, all the way down to $44. So we end up with 64 across is the goal. The 4 and 10, they go right to 25 bucks. They go from 10, we take the $18 payment, boom, go to a quarter right away. And we start collecting greens on those guys. The minute I'm at 44 inside, what I do is I get my bets to green as fast as I can. So it'll be a full press on the 5, 6, 8, and 9. So they're at green level. Full press is to green. Then I go half press. I collect a green chip, then I go half press. That's what I'm going to get to. All right, so that's going to be our plan today. It's going to be up and down on the inside, up on the outsides. We're going to get them to green level and start half pressing from that point forward. Full press to green, half press forever. Let's see how much money we make on this thing. And I'm going to make sure that we note as we're doing this where we are on each roll. So at the end of shooter 1, we're going to make a note of where we are. So we know kind of how we did, not shooter 1, but point 1, how well we did as we go. Sound good? So here we go. Let's go to the table. I'm going to go to, how can I do this? Can I go to this view here? Can you see that? That gets the table on screen. It's not super big, but it's I think big enough to see. And you can see the numbers on screen. And I'm just going to run through them as we go here. We're going to bet this 130 across the same way that I would do it on this roll if I was playing it this version of it. So we're going to go 110 inside. I'll demonstrate kind of as we go here how this works, but it's going to be 25, 30, 30, 25, 10 on the 10, 10 on the 4. All right, and here we go. We know that our first thing is going to be the point being set as 8, so we're not going to be on, obviously. We're going to get paid on the 6. That's going to get paid $35. Actually, I'm going to pay it with reds. There's 30, and there is $5, $35. Now, I have a choice, and by the way, 150 in the rack is all we need here. I would have had 20 change in the rack and put it right there. Now, I have a choice here, and depends on what I'm doing. I'd like to get this. We're going to go $12 on the 6 and 8. They'll be at 42 and pay 50 for 1. I only have enough money with that win to go here. 5 and 5 on the 5 and 9, right? You could drop to add to this dollar, or take the dollar in and drop 10 and get the 5 and 9 looking like 35 each. That way the whole inside pays 50 for 1, which makes this a 140 across, not a 130 across. If you want to stay at 130, you don't do that move, okay? It's up to you how you want to do that, right? Normally, I leave it like this. We'll accept a little bit less payment on the 5 and 9. But if you're feeling froggy, drop the $10 and put the 5 and 9 also to 35. That way you get 50 for 1. All right, now, the next thing that rolls is a hard 4. We're not on the hard ways at all. 4 is going to pay $18. Okay? We're going to go to a quarter with it, and I'll prepay the VIG of a quarter, or of a penny there. 4 is bought for a quarter now. And that can come back to the rack. We get an immediate 4 after that. $25 pays 50 for 1. We're going to half press it right away. We take a greenback. I'll put the profit up here in front. We're going to half press the 4. And again, it's going to cost me a couple of bucks in VIG. There's going to be my 5 change, 2 to the bank, and there's some change. Okay? Our next hit is going to be the 11. Nothing for us. 8 winner. 50 for 1. 50 for 1. And we're going to go down to 44 inside now. We're going to take this back. I want you to watch why I do this. Let's go 10. There's 12. There's 12. And there's 10. All right, what I'm coming back with, there's 125, 150, and we already brought a quarter back on that 4. All right, so if I take this here, and what I'm going to do specifically is this. Take 130. There's 125, there's 130. I'm going to put that in the back of the rack. That's my starting bankroll, which means 50, 60, 4 is my profit running in the bank so far. Profit locked, $64, $64 across. Yeah? On the first sequence of numbers. That worked out well for us. Getting down to 44 is a huge regression. It's going to slow us down. I can promise you this. It'll slow us down. But the most important thing to me is that this is covered and I got something locked up. I can play again later if I want to, and I'm completely locked up. All right? The better way to do this probably is to do this. Put the 150 back there just because it's what we started with. in our rack, so we'll call that profit. And there we go. That's shooter one. Okay, puck is off. Now we have an 11 winner. We set a point of 9. Don't get paid there. But the 5 rolls, right? What's the 5 going to pay? 15 for 1. Drop a buck. Get paid $15. Make it look like a quarter. It goes right up, to me, that goes right up to a quarter. And now it's in a position to start being half pressed. That's how the 5 works. Roll a 4 again, right? There's $100 because 50 pays 100, right? We're going to take the $100 and we're going to press it up by half, which means we take back the 50 and leave it up there at $100. Okay? It's going to cost me 5 in vig. And that's how that 4 worked, right? We went from 10 to 25. We got paid 50. Left it at 50. We half pressed it, right? 50 pays 100. We take 50 back, leave 100 out there. The 4 is up to $100. The 10 rolls, and just like the 4, it's going to pay $18. We're going to make it look like a quarter for $1 vig and bring the pennies back to the rack. Next roll is an 11. We don't care. The 2, we don't care. We catch a 6, which pays 14. $14. We can do a couple things here. You can take it just to 24 and leave it like that, right? Or we can go all the way to 30 with it, which is probably the better move, right? Go to 30. So 24, 26, I'll drop the $4. Make her look like $30. And there it is. The 6 goes to 30. And again, we're going to start trying to half press as we go. And then we have a 9 winner. 15 for 1. Looks like a quarter, like the 5 does. Okay, now we're back essentially to where we started. We have 110 inside minus the 8, of course. Is off. We're not bringing a lot of money back just yet, but we're set up now to make money. 2 shooters in. The first 2 points in. The first point got us even, made us some money. The second point really got us set up to start collecting. And again, I said starting at the 44 is cool, but it slows you down a little bit. All right, now we catch a point. 4 hard sets the point. Nothing happening here. The 5 rolls though, 25 pays 35. Okay, half pressing that, I would drop a nickel, take it to 40, bring back a quarter. That's my half press to the 5. Okay, the 5 rolls, it looks like again, 40 pays 56. Okay, I'll up it by a quarter. Goes to $65, that'll pay 84. Again, we're gonna bring a bunch back as we go. What's next? The 6 happens next. 35, 25, 35. I'll drop $2 to bring it to $42. I don't have 2, so I'm gonna have to drop a nickel, make it look like 42. Bring back 3 nickels and a quarter. Next roll is a 9. There's actually 2 9s coming up here, so 9's gonna pay $35. Again, we'll half press it to 40, bring the quarter back. 40, you hear my dog in there? 40 pays 56. Oh my God, she's killing me. $56. We'll go to 64 or 65 and bring back the nickel and the quarter. I'm gonna put the pennies over here. Just keep them out of the way. All right, there's that second 9. Then we catch 4. Right, 4 pays $200. That's awesome, right? Puck will be off. We're gonna go up by half press it, bring back a black chip on the quarter, on the 4. Now the 4 is jacked where it's gonna stay. Okay. Next shooter or next point. Come out 5 over here. We catch a 9 for $84. I'll do 85. 85 for 1. And again, we're gonna half press that. So I'm gonna take basically out of the $85, we're gonna take 50 of it. I'll make the 9 an even 100, just to make it a nice even bet. And I'll bring the rest. This is actually 2 greens coming back to the rack. And there's that 9 going up. That's the win. Or I'm sorry, I'm sorry, that was my mistake. My bad. I just screwed that up. That was 65. That black belongs back to the house here. That was a bad move by me there. It's the same exact thing. It's the 5 that gets pushed up there. So I'm going to make the 9 stay here, and the 5 is the one that goes to 100. And that goes in the rack. All right, there's the 5 being jacked up. Now we're good. Point winner. TV, or the screen's far away. Then we have come out 7, come out 7, come out 3, point is 6. That was a bad sequence right there. You get all those rolls, just got nothing out of it. Here comes the 10 though, right? The 10 pays 50 bucks. Half press it up, take back a quarter, pay the $2 in vig. Then we get a 6 hard. That's at 42 bucks. So again, it was 50 for 1. I'll take it here to 60 and bring back that. Then we are on, let's see, the 6, the 10 hits again. That was a 6 hard. Now it's an 8, and then it's a winner 8. Wait, I put 8 winner, but it's a winner 6. That's my bad. Is that right? Hold on a second. I think I might have typed those in wrong because that looks wrong. It should be a point should have been 8, not 6. Yeah, the point was 8. Just the puck's in the wrong spot. That's all. The point is 8, not 6. Sorry about that. We got paid in the 10, got paid in the 6. That's messed up because the 8's a winner. Geez, I got those typed in wrong. I know these 2 hit in that same roll. I think the 8 hits. Maybe it is the 6 that hits there. I don't know. Shoot, I got to revisit that because that's actually a typo on my part. 6, 10, 6 hard, 8 winner. Can't all happen at the same time. I think. Let me look at the. Hold on. Let me look at the sheet. Before I pay these bets, I want to double check. I just now caught that. I didn't see it yesterday. Hold on a second. Let's get. Give me a second. The AZ rolls list. Six. Let's see. I want to find that sequence. 7, 7. Let's see. Where the hell is that? 6, 1. Erg. 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Oh boy. I'm sorry. I can't find it now. I'll fix it for tomorrow. I think. Yeah, it was a 6 hard, then they buckshot at the end. That's exactly right. That's what it was. The 6 hard was the point being hit, which we paid. Then they set the 8. Right. Comes off, set the 8, buckshot the 8. I just labeled it wrong. So the buckshot, though, we get paid there. Right. So we're going to make that look like 30. It's going to cost me the $4 to do it. All right. Dollar change. That's 30 bucks. Puck is off. That's what happened. I'll fix that for tomorrow's show so it looks better. But that's the payment there. All right. Next shooter or next point. Come out 3. Come out 7. 9 is the point. Then we have a 12. Don't get paid. The 8 gets paid 35 bucks. I want to make it look like 42. So I'll drop $2. Take back a quarter. We get a 5, which is nice. That pays 140. That's fantastic. And again, at 140, what I'd probably do here to keep this thing easy is drop a quarter. And the half press is just 50 bucks. Nice and simple, right? We know that that's going to pay 140. That's going to pay 70. It just keeps it easy. Little 210 payment right there. It's awful nice. Black chip going to the rack is always good, right? Let's see. 8, 5, and then the 9 winner. That's going to pay 85 for 1. And like the 5, I'll make it 100 and bring the rest back. There it is. We're just, again, simple half pressing. That's the 9 winner. Then we have an 11. The 8 is the point again. We have the 9. 140. Again, I'll drop a quarter to make it 150. Rack the reds and a black. Then we have, hold on, did I mark the 8? That's actually a 5. I'm so far away I can't see the screen. There's the 9, the 11 happens, the 6 happens, which is $70. For me, that goes to 90. Hard to see from so far away, I'm sorry. 6 wins, the 4 happens, 200 pays 400, that's awesome. Half press it up, bring back 2 blacks, that's great. And then we have the 5 winner. It's gonna pay 210. I'll make it look like $200. I'll bring back 160 and change. Alrighty, puck is off. I think we're on our last shot. Our last shooter, yep. 7 come out 7. Come out 10, which we don't get paid on. 8 hard, that's gonna pay 50 for 1. I don't have any pennies, so we'll have to do it like this. There's the 1. 4 change, 2 greens going in. 7 out. We lose all this. So what's on the table, again, straight up half pressing for the most part here. These are all blacks. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700, 800, 900 in black, 932 on the table. We pressed it up to 932. Now, you could have regressed that, of course, right? But again, once you get to this happy place, right? And I say this all the time, at some point here, I'm at my happy place. We had a good amount of money in the rack here. Again, our initial bankroll was covered, right? Let's take this out. 932. What do we actually take home? What was the takeaway there? 2, 3. Okay, there is 75. That's 100. And there's 1, 2, 300. A couple of whites up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1,125, $1,130, basically, right? 1129. Take home. 900 and change left on the felt. $2,000 altogether. Okay. And again, at any point in time, you could have got scared. You could have said, I'm not putting $400 in that 4, right? 400 of this dollars was here in that 4, right? You took a shot at that thing. Doesn't happen very often when you get 3 or 4 4s in a hand, right? But when that happens, right? That could have very easily been, you know what? I'm taking that down to $100, right? And this quickly becomes $1,500 take home then, instead of an even $1,000. That is how the 51 roller looks like when you do a regression on the first shooter. So the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rolls really don't count, essentially, right? They count. We brought about $45, $50 in profit and got our initial money covered on the first 5 rolls. From that point on, you took 64 across and turned it into $1,000 profit and $900 in donations, right? Donated $900 back, brought $1,000 home. Not that bad, okay? I'm gonna put this over here. We're gonna take 1,025, 1,029. I'm gonna put it right here for tomorrow. We're gonna reference that tomorrow as our rack winnings from basically half pressing 64 across from the second shooter, or the second point. That's what that netted us, okay? 1,029. Tomorrow, we're gonna play the 130 across a different way, a little more aggressive way tomorrow. I think I'm doing Philly Special tomorrow. How does the Philly Special compare to that? I predict, haven't done it yet, I predict a lot more money is gonna be left on this felt. We might leave $2,000 on the table tomorrow. We might also bring $2,000 back. We're gonna find out. Tomorrow's gonna be an exciting show. Then we're gonna do it tier pressure style, and we're gonna do it crazy town press to color style. It's gonna be a hell of a week. How do we do this monster roll the most profitable way? And again, knowing the outcome, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna say this right to the camera so y'all can see me. So I'm not bullshitting you. Knowing the outcome is cheating. 100% cheating. We know we're going to make money every single time. I'm not going to change how I play it though, right? I'm going to show you how the ways I play would have done against that roll without changing a damn thing. I half pressed everything that time, except for when I made the one mistake there, religiously. Half press, half press, half press, except for making things even size bets. I half pressed everything. Never took a hard way, never cheated on the field, didn't do any BS, just played it the way I would play it. Tomorrow, we'll do the Philly special way. And you'll see that how that does. And it's good. These strategies are all designed to say, get even, get even, get even, get even, hit a monster roll, make a ton of money. That's what everybody on the right side says. At some point, the monster comes. How much money can my strategy make? Well, that's the point here. We know we have a monster. So let's see how good a strategy crafters we are against that set of rolls, right? And don't optimize your strategy for that set of rolls. That's the set of rolls you got. The way you normally would play, how does it run against that? I may even do a little molly on here. I think I might actually do a 3-point molly against this set of rolls and show you how the 3-point molly works out. Unfortunately, there's a couple of times where the come out sevens are going to hurt us because we're going to have odds on some of these bets, but I think we'll do the molly here at 1.2. I think it's going to be kind of fascinating to watch that work out. So sorry for the dog playing, the puppies out there playing with the things. All right, let's go ahead. Let's move forward here and let's check out any PCs or Qs that we got. Let's see. Look for any PCs. Let's see. Somebody says, excellent point. I have no idea what I said. I probably said something awesome. I don't know what it was. Old number 7. Bob said, why do we only ladder on losses versus laddering on the wins and losses? I do ladder on wins and losses. When you're doing a straight Dalen Bear, the way that Waylon plays it, you ladder losses because you're trying to recover, and on the way down, you recover your loss plus profit. If you're chopped, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, the ladder wins great on both sides. I like to go ladder, loss, take a win, parlay the win, come back down, and then work my new level as a bet higher. Like I like to progress my wins, but I do it from a parlay. So I'll ladder a loss, parlay that loss, come back down to base +1. And then I have a new level to start with. That's a good way to do it, I think. I like to work both sides. I'm still working the math as to what's the best way to do it that way, but that's my favorite way. You got it right. Yeah, if I would have flipped the 4, but again, you can't know ahead of time you're going to flip the 4 or 10. Now tomorrow, when I do Philly special, we're going to flip the 4 and 10, but we're going to start it for only $10. So we'll do a $10 flip. So it won't be the $1,000 win. And I can't cheat and go out there with $35. So I'm going to do it from $10. So they go from 10 to 25, 25 to 75, 75 to whatever, pay 150 or something like that. So we're going to flip the 4 and 10 from $10. So it won't be nearly as juicy. But that's it. Let's see what else we have. Anything else to talk about here? Any questions that came up? No other questions that came up. Let's see. Darksider asked, after the point is set and looking over a large sampling of live roll data, the 7 will show the highest percentage on roll. Oh, that's a good question. I have to do the math on that. What I can tell you is that about 30 to 35% of the rolls don't see 2 box hits, right? You get 1 box hit or 0 box hits 30+% of the time. That doesn't mean the 7 shows on roll 3 though, because you got horn numbers in there sometimes. So I want to say it's 4. I want to say it's 4.5 is the average, but I'll have to take a look. I can run the numbers on that and give you an answer there. What is the actual numbers of times you see a 7 on each of those first numbers? I'll tell you, it's about half of what the total is because 8.5 is your average over time. But anyway, there's that. Let me get out of here. Let me go refresh the cup here. I have one little sip left, and then I'll get the garage set up for the paycheck. So with that said, folks, hope that was a good one. Hope you enjoyed that. Good having you here again. A lot of people. It's good. We had 57 people here today watching that. Drunk Guy explains, I just saw you super chatted? Dude, you're awesome. Yeah, you cheated, but at least you, okay. Didn't that take you like 12 hours or some shit like that to do? It's a grind, dude. Going from 0 or 1,000 to 10,000 or 10 to 100 it's a grind, man. It is so hard. And I'll tell you what, the way I do it, my 10% of the time golly, I mean, you get one bad day and you're like, you got to start over again. It's kind of soul crushing. So, all right, guys, that's it. Final thoughts today are join me in the garage. I'll see you out there. We're going to do a 6, 7, 8 with the Hawaiian Crap Shooters quarter pounder with ease as the right side play today. So that's going to be the plan. See you out there in about 10 minutes or so. Let me get some fresh coffee. In the meantime, y'all have a good one, and I'll catch you in a few. Bye.